Hello, everyone. My name is Baker Wynn, and this is why learning a second language should be encouraged past high school, and tips on how to do that. So, most kids in high school don't pay attention to their foreign language classes. And even if they do, they still don't 100% fluently speak the language. So, I think learning a second language in high school should be encouraged, or maybe even required in college. There are lots of benefits to learning a second language. First of all, it will help reduce judgment to people who speak different languages. Because, admit it, most of us have, even if very slightly, judged someone if they're speaking a different language in public. And if we speak their language, then that's just that much less different than we are than them. It could also help you in jobs that require a lot of outreach. Say you're a salesman. You might not be able to communicate with an entire ethnicity of people because they speak a different language. So if you learn another language, then that's a whole other group of people you're going to be able to talk to, which makes your job a lot more efficient. You're also more likely to be chosen for a job over someone who doesn't speak a second language because it shows that you took the time and effort to learn another language. It also helps with memory and listening skills, and it can help you understand words in our language that you don't know. So say you're learning like Greek or Latin, a lot of our words come from those languages, so that'll help you more easily figure out words you don't already know. And then finally, it can bring races together, which is really important in our society today, seeing as how many different kinds of people there are in America. Not only are there a lot of benefits, but there are a lot of tips on learning a new language. Just because there are tips doesn't mean shortcuts or hacks. It's hard work, but I'm not going to show you. I'm going to show you how to use your hard work to hopefully make it a little bit easier. If there's one thing that I can tell you that will help you a ton, is to have conversation after conversation after conversation in real life. This will help because it's people who speak that language and can correct you as you get it wrong. So everyday conversations can be much, much better than just an hour or than hours of practicing and taking classes. The intensity of your study is far more important than the length of your study. Practicing 3 or 4 hours a day for 2 weeks will be far more beneficial than an hour a day for 2 months. That's why, as I mentioned earlier, people taking classes for a language will not remember as much of it. Classes can be a huge waste of time and money. This is because group classes work at the pace of the slowest person. So if that person happens to be really slow, then you're not learning near as much as you could be. Another reason is because everyone learns differently and learns different things easier than other things. And you can't slow down the whole class to address everybody's specific needs. Another great tip is to start with 100 of the most common words in that language. Learning kitchen utensils and family members is not going to help you ask where the bathroom is or help you plan a party. Learning the basic grammar and words and then making them into sentences can greatly increase your experiences with everyday conversations. Carrying a pocket dictionary, whether it be a hard copy or an app on your phone, this is so helpful. It takes 2 seconds to look up a word in the middle of a conversation that you might not know. And it'll help you better recall that word later since you've used it in a conversation. And always be practicing. Even if you're not having a conversation, you can still be practicing words, looking at them in your pocket dictionary that you're going to get because I said it was really helpful. And so that you know more words before you even go into a conversation. So these are all great reasons and really good tips on how to learn a second language and why it is beneficial and should be encouraged past high school.